here, 18th November. Welcome to the Daily Ninja Show. If you're new here, welcome aboard. This is where we go through the high risk, high reward ETFs, shares that surround the tank. That's this guy here, which we use to build a portfolio to ride this resource bull market. If you haven't seen him before, I'll leave a video at the end so you can learn the foundation. Okay, so the tank had a tough day today. This is a weekly chart we're looking at here, off nearly 3%, largely due to BHP, which we'll get through. If we go back to a daily, he still looks fine, made a higher high. So like here, pullbacks. So just wait for tomorrow. Pullbacks are buying opportunities. This is a 10-year game. We're not trading. If we look at VAS has broken support here. So obviously the resource market having a down day isn't going to help Mr. VAS. If we look at so CBA still looking sick, going to come down and test support here. If we look at the other banks, ANZ looks like it's got some room to go. NAB, a bit more room to go. Westpac holding up quite well, actually, out of all the banks. Macquarie still in free fall. Those windmills aren't helping. The property index, so the VAP, it's in free fall. And ATEC, that's in free fall. So I think the tank looks pretty well suited against all those. I know where I'd rather be. Okay, so over to America. So S&P 500. We're still, it could still drop, but it's still not looking bearish. This, you can see back here, this is actually when I started the channel. This is pre-tariff. There's this line here, the 20-week average. So it's got to slow down and then drop. So this will be, in my opinion, a buy the dip. Could it come down a bit more? Yes. Is it going to tank? I don't think so. The Nasdaq, again, can still come down here and still be bullish. I mentioned yesterday, Buffett just took a big stake in Google. So, yeah. Okay, gold. Is that 4,000 going to hold? Let's see. A move down. Well, not that you'd want it, but a move down to this 50-day would be healthy. But the eye on the prize is this next quarterly report for the gold miners, because the one they just did was selling into this gold price. So this is the 1st of September. Funny, that's when it broke out. So these gold miners have been selling into this gold price this quarter. So you can see it's going to be a lot better than the prior quarter. So no panic stations. So XGD, that's our gold index. So you got whacked. I'd say everything. If you had some green on your screen, you did very well today. If we look at a weekly chart, so again, as I said on Sunday, these dips, just buy them, just wait for that gold price to settle. So Northern Star, again, so you got to buy these dips. So it can still pull back a bit and still be bullish. So the miners, so he was off 2.5% today. Look at the daily. Again, that's why you want to buy. So it'll come back, present more buying opportunities. if you need to get into them. If we look at so there's Newmont, so having a pullback, and Franco, that's their royalty company. They're two of the bigger holdings in GDX. So GDXJ, so this is the American one, so it might open a bit down, but again, you just got to buy these dips and then just hold on. So PAS, I think that's the largest holding in GDXJ, and Evolution's a pretty big holding, so it's again coming back. So if you look at the big picture, it's just coming back a bit. Alright, so that's gold. So if we look at copper, so copper price still waiting to break through this resistance level, $5. So the wire ETF, go to a daily. Okay, so I'd say if tomorrow's a green day, pick some up to be safe. Otherwise, for the long-term hold, buying at these levels is where you want to be. So Sandfire, so we got so in terms of we got Sandfire, BHP, and Capstone that are in this wire ETF. So you can see Sandfire's got a bit of room down there. Okay, so this guy here, BHP, he got whacked today because of I've got some notes here. So the UK High Court ruling, BHP liable for the 2015 Samarco dam disaster in Brazil. Now BHP had already settled with Brazil last year, and they basically reserved $32 billion to cover that liability. But this is now they've gone to the UK. That was with the Brazilian courts. Anyway, the word on the street is that if they lose this High Court ruling, the UK one, then there might be an extra $2 billion on top of the $32 billion they've already added as a liability. But BHP has said it won't impact their cash flow. So they're big. They sound like big numbers, but they're big boys. So a good buying opportunity. Anyway, that's life in the share market. CopJ. So this is the one with all our producers and developers. Firefly with the top weighting. So go to a daily when he's ready. So again, buying down here for the long term. Okay, so that's copper. Okay, then we got the uranium gang. Okay, so spot price just sitting at 76. As I mentioned yesterday, most of the floor prices being struck on contracts is at 75. So that's going to be pretty good support around here. So URNM, we're just you just got to keep buying these dips. So Kamiko, so that's the big holding in URNM. It's at support here. Kaza might have a little bit more wiggle room. So URNJ, again, we're hitting somewhere near support. The holdings in there. So UEC and Denison and Palladium, they're all just hanging around here. So again, better off buying like this than buying up here. Pretty boring day today, really, isn't it? REMX, so it was up last night, so it might have a bit of a pullback, but again, buying these dips down here, and then you're still ahead. Linus, so a bit of consolidation. MP, looking fine. You got a strong up move with a sideways down move. Luca coming back down. So again, this, if you're buying down here, then you're feeling fine. So just hang off for now if you don't have any. Wait till tomorrow, see what it brings. The lithium gang. So lithium prices still looking strong. So Lit P, that's look at that. Well done if you been buying Lit P. It's probably got to be tapping out pretty soon. So Pilbara hit a pretty key resistance level. I wouldn't be buying these. IGO. So IGO's hit that resistance. So again, just wait for pullback. So Pilbara there. So as I said, they're either going to consolidate sideways or drop back down. The same with Liontown. So if you're in it, you just hold it, but just don't buy at these levels. Okay. Oil. Okay, we go to a daily price. Okay, so it's still, everything's still flagging sideways. Downwards or sideways is bullish when it breaks. You don't want it doing the opposite and then break. So it's still setting up fine. Natural gas, when you're ready. So natural gas had hit that resistance level, so it deserves to have a bit of a pullback. So Woodside was off 2% today. So Woodside and BHP are the two top holdings of the tank, so it doesn't help when they're off 2 and 3%. Anyway, what's the daily say for Woodside? Okay, so again you can see that's a strong, that's when you should have been buying. I first mentioned it. So that's a strong impulsive move. So sideways like this. So 25 bucks, if you can get him at 25. So another, or even at 24, 25. I reckon that would be a good time. Santos. So Santos hasn't had its run yet. The fuel ETF. Okay, so just sitting there. Okay. Mr. Other. Okay, nickel. Okay, so had a subscriber ask me yesterday, Mr. Tony John, what's happening with the nickel price, and I said I'd make a phone call. President Trump didn't take my call though, so mate, I don't know. Anyway, it's broken this support here, so let's see if it does drop further. It did do the hard work and break here, so the main holding there is this NIC. Now their cost of production is 10,000, and you can see the nickel price. Well, the nickel price is at 14,000. So they're still making money. What else we got? Iron ore. Okay, so go to a daily on the iron ore price. So it looks like it's found its floor, just trading in a range there. So FMG, that's the main iron ore player. So that's he's in the tank. Not much else happening with the other stocks. Coal. So coal price just banging up against resistance here. So deciding whether it wants to go through or not, or come back for a little rest and then have another go. But we can see here, so US 114, so that's about 140 Aussie dollar. And the reason I say that is because so NHC, New Hope, so they've been whacked with everybody else. But they're all in saying AISC is $95, so they're still making money, and you're just gonna present buying. So if you don't have it, if you can pick it up down here at $4, well, it's at $3.99, so $3.80. It might just do a bit of sideways movement, so no rush, but no need to sell if you're in it. And then to my girlfriend. Okay. So daily chart. So she's below 49.70. But again, there's not a continuation of these big red bars. So that's fine. Again, they'll be, these silver producers are going to be, they were selling into silver prices at this level, and this quarter they're selling into this. So they're going to report good quarterly reports. What's she looking like on the? So she's trying to hang on to the 50. Anyway, it's still okay. Zinc. A bit of a down day all across the board, really, isn't it? So zinc might pull back a bit. Lead's pulling back. HEP mag, just despite down days by. So Siljo. So again, no crashing going on. Buy, just buy at these levels. XMET. So again, nothing serious going on there. South 32. Nothing serious going on there. So all looks good. So I still think resources is where you want to be. You don't want to be in banks, don't want to be in tech. Or not Aussie tech anyway. And we may see some further downside in America, but I don't think it's at crash level. Alright, hopefully it's a bit more upbeat tomorrow. See ya.